Hello and welcome back to the final episode of World of Final Fantasy. As per usual, this will be my review of World of Final Fantasy. I'm not doing Maxima because it's an expansion to the base game and not alternates to the game. So like Final Fantasy 7 Integrate, I'll be doing. After this, I need to do the 4 side stories to FF15, so like Arden and stuff like that, because they don't add to the base game. They're like side stories to the base game, and they're like massive, like 5-6 hours. Anyway, let's go through my review of World of Final Fantasy before I do my 100% playthrough. I think this is a very cutesy game until the end. I did enjoy it. It's very much a swan song to Final Fantasy lovers, similar to like how Final Fantasy 15 is. It sort of starts overstaying its welcome towards the end, especially like the 2 dungeons before you kill Brandelis for the first time. Crystal Tower and the place after the Chain Road. Even the Chain Road was dumb as fuck. Chain Road I was okay with, but it's still way too fucking long. But yeah, those like 3 dungeons near the end of the game are just so bad. Before that I was okay. So like, or after that, should I say, the part between Brandelis and Brandelis 1 and Brandelis 2, I was okay with that. I would have liked a little bit more like guidance of a hint to say like go to the well, you do get a hint to go to the Colosseum, I guess. But like one of the other hints should be like Ramuh is here type thing, and you should be collecting Ramuh. Anyway, I thought that was fine. I didn't mind that at all. You have to kill the Nitwits, and then you have to kill Ramuh, or capture Ramuh, capture the Nitwits, and then you have to capture the other 4 Pleiades. Fine with that. I found the addition of certain things in the game kind of useless, like champions are fucking useless in the game. I like the addition to them, but they're pointless. Magic is nearly fucking pointless. Haste is terrible. Haste is horrendous. Haste only lasts for 3 turns. Same with Berserk only lasts for 3 turns. I don't like it that much. Music's good. It's the music from all the other Final Fantasies. Like, I can't complain about the music. The graphics are, again, I don't really give a fuck too much about the graphics of Final Fantasy. Well, I do, but I don't. It's more the story beats that I like more than the actual graphics. However, I loved the anime sections of the game. The anime sections were super pretty. I loved that. I just wish there was more of those cutscenes. The gameplay is kind of grindy. I think the encounter rate's fine. Especially considering the game gives you lure and stealth. So if you really want to decrease the encounter rate, you can go with stealth, and if you want to increase the encounter rate, you go with lure. I think those are fine. The stats in this game are shit. It doesn't tell you fuck all. Like, I needed to know what my accuracy actually was. I needed to know what my evasion actually was. I needed to know what is it? Like, there's other things that I think the game should have shown you, especially accuracy and evasion. Crit chance would have been nice. Like, all those would have been really nice to know. I didn't know fuck all with that. The game just doesn't fucking tell you, which is stupid as hell. Like, you get abilities to do crit plus plus and crit plus 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 and stuff like that, and it's like, what does that actually fucking do? Does that increase it by 1% per plus? And I know it's different when it comes to like certain things. What is it? It's like 5, 10, 50 for resistance or something like that. The game was fine. The story was kind of meh. I preferred it towards the end. Like, I liked the end storyline beat. That was cool. But everything up to there, it's not bad. I don't think they did the whole amnesia thing poorly in this one. You can do it poorly, amnesia. But I think they did this decently well, and they did sort of explain it later, that once you're taken outside of Grimoire and then put back to Grimoire, you get amnesia, or you're taken out and then you get amnesia and you can't remember anything because you're spliced out of Grimoire. They didn't explain how they got spliced out of Grimoire, like what the fuck actually happened, like why did they get taken out of a Grimoire? Was it Anna Crow that just went yeet, yoink, and then threw them out of Grimoire? Like, we don't know. There's definitely story beats there which could be improved upon. But I think this game was more about the fact that you could see every single, well, not every single, you could see the majority of Final Fantasy within one game, and you can capture the majority of Final Fantasy within game. Even though they focused heavily on FF7, it feels like all of the summons are FF7 summons. One's FF8. So you've got Odin. Odin works like the FF7 Odin. Bahamut works like FF7 Bahamut. Ifrit works like, I guess Ifrit always works the same as Shiva, more or less. It depends. Later on they change a lot. Who else did you have? Diabolos is FF8 and works exactly like how FF8 works. Leviathan is FF6. I never used Leviathan, so it might work the same way as FF7 Leviathan. They focused heavily on some more than others, which is fine. Like, they went, oh, this game's better. I think they missed an opportunity where the enemies could have been enemies from Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy games, so they could have had Kefka rather than the Man in the Golden Mask. They could have had X-Death instead of Brandilis. They could have had, who else? Like the Plume Knight could have been someone else, I don't know who it could have been. But like, you could have had the end game bosses rather than what they had, which is just 3 brand new characters. I think that would have been a better like choice, because they bring in the Kagna, which is like robotic enemies from all the Final Fantasies. How do I rate this game? Middle of the road, I would say. It's cutesy until the end. There's a lot of things where you're like, oh, I remember this character, oh, I remember. It's a lot of remember berries. The game wouldn't hold up if it wasn't remember berries. And that's why I'm saying it's in the middle of the road. It's better than Type 0, it's better than almost all the Final Fantasy 13s. Probably better than 8, to be fair. But yeah. That's about it, really. Is it worth buying? Yeah, but only if you've played all the other Final Fantasies. I don't think they should have added something like Final Fantasy 11 and 14 and Dirge of Cerberus into the game, because those games are very rare and very, not very rare, but like, people don't tend to go towards those games if it's a Final Fantasy game, especially Dirge of Cerberus, because it's a completely different game. I don't think they should have added people from those games into this game. Like, you could have easily had Irvine. You could have had Vincent. There's so many characters they could have put into this game as well. I'm surprised they didn't. I feel like they might do it in an expansion. I know for a fact that Maxima adds in certain champions. A champion that's not part of Final Fantasy at all, Sora, for example. I really don't think that should have been added in, but there's also parts of this game where I'm like, yeah, this is just fucking Kingdom Hearts. Just stealing the story beats from Kingdom Hearts. Anyway, yeah. Again, as I said, it's middle of the road. It's better than a lot of the Final Fantasy games, and I think it's worth buying, but only if you've played basically every Final Fantasy up to 15. Otherwise, it's probably not worth buying. You can probably get most of the beats if you've just played Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8 and Final Fantasy 9, but it's probably better to play all of them. Anyway, yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all had fun, and I'll see you all the next time I play another Final Fantasy, which will be Final Fantasy 15 expansions. Yeah, or side stories, or whatever we call it. Anyway, thank you and goodbye.